Hey guys, this is Mike Kozminski, one of the co-hosts of Tailgate Talks, and we have a special announcement. We have done so many incredible things, going on the Critical Lie with Isaac Petcash this year twice, having amazing athletes that go to Edinburgh University, and we have another announcement.
Yes, we do. I believe it is episode 33. Either way, for sure, August 21st is the date to mark your calendars. On that day, August 21st, Wednesday, we will be having the owner of Steeler Nation, Justin McGonigal, on our show. Very excited. Super, just unbelievably hyped. Over 100,000 followers on Twitter, an account that I'm sure we've both been following for a very long time. So, very exciting.
Subscribe, follow, do all that fun stuff, and tune in August 21st as we have Mr. McGonigal, the owner of Steeler Nation, on Tailgate Talks. This is big. Once again, August 21st. Mark your calendars now.
Here we go, Steelers, baby.
Oh, we're almost there.
We're getting so close.
So close. Hey, I have the guest doc in the thing too, Alex. If you want to look how many Zoom shows we got left. So EJ's back, the Savannah Banana legend. We can talk about that story. We can talk about that story in a second. But EJ, this is going to be an interesting stat to you. We got a lot of full circle moments here.
Yeah.
With this specific setting that everybody's looking on the screen right now, and the specific time. So, the last time I was in like this here in this chair, I'm at my aunt's house right now in Butler, PA.
Oh.
Nice.
Hold on.
Well, nothing weird or notable has happened there recently, right? It's just Butler, PA.
Nothing.
Hold on. So, the last time I was here like this, sitting in this chair, you were on the show. And also Alex was wearing that black shirt,
Or at least one similar. I don't think this was the exact one, but
yeah. Also, this week marks the 1 year since you made your podcast debut with us.
I didn't,
freaky.
I didn't even think of that. It's a full circle moment. It's really an honor. I went in for a one-off and I feel like the chemistry in the room was just, the room of three guys talking to a computer. It was nuts. We had an episode, and I've been back a few times since. It's truly. I'm a friend of the show, and I enjoy coming on.
This show is like built on one-offs. Like our literal floor director, the first time we recorded an episode, I was like, "Hey, you want to come push some buttons on a switcher for us?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
Shout out Joe. We miss Joe.
And Dom was supposed to be a once in a while, which he will be back. Zoom shows suck. It's just why.
Yeah, Dom works. He's a working man.
I saw him at the bar this weekend, though. That was fun.
That's a riot.
So, but yeah, Dom was supposed to be once in a while guest, and now he's a co-host. and wait, and Alex was supposed to be just
I
a
was
guest.
originally supposed to be a guest.
And here we are.
It evolves. It's a living podcast. It's a living.
It is.
conversation.
Yeah.
Mike, didn't we also record a failgate while you were sitting in that chair?
Yeah, we did. I don't want to talk about it.
Was that the first one or the second one?
No. Let's talk about Failgate.
No,
Shouldn't
let's
we?
not.
Shouldn't we? When's the next one coming out, pal?
I don't know. Before the next one comes out.
Which is next month.
It's a long time.
So, yeah. Anyway, so
The old tailgates vlogs are still really funny to me, by the way.
yeah, for sure. I can't wait for EJ to become our Boston Connor when we turn into the Pat McAfee show. So
yes. No, I'm totally fine with that.
And we invest and then we invest money into a studio in Pittsburgh, and we all live in Pittsburgh. Let's get it. So yeah.
Classic.
So
parallels.
Yeah. So
One of
our
us just has
first
to
all
start
over the
punting.
place.
Yeah. So our first story, EJ and I are going to take this because AEW. Yeah, we are starting with AEW.
Off the rip.
planning
Never do this.
to run a Dallas show, big time Dallas show in 2025. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, that venue, and listen to me closely, I'm not kidding, that venue is AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas, the home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The only bigger thing to happen in that stadium will be a Dallas Cowboys home playoff game. Oh, wait. My bad. Sorry.
Just won't happen.
Nope. Forgot. My bad.
Yeah.
So
Where is it? Where's my Aaron Rodgers jersey?
I was going to say, where's the
on?
cheese head? Give us a cheese head.
But EJ, we won't spend too much time on this, but we talked about it for a little bit in the beginning, and all I will say is if you can sell 50,000 tickets in that stadium, success.
Yeah. I'm not one of those guys who subscribes to ratings talk or attendance
Oh my God,
buys.
no.
I will say, if you like the product, go see a show. Support them.
Yeah.
Because it only helps. It's so
Yeah.
much fun. But
Mhm.
I watch it for the product I watch. I don't care about everything that surrounds it. I understand that, it's a business. Yeah, I don't care about how the giant business I have nothing to do with does financially. For as long as they put out good wrestling, I'll watch it.
I'll have something to do with it, which I can say now.
Big money.
But yeah, like, believe it or not, this is gonna shock everybody that's listening to this. In a way, I'm giving WWE another chance. Cody is the guy, and I don't know. So far, I'm watching his stuff. So this is my assessment so far watching Triple H's booking. Way better than Vince. Not even close. It's pretty good. However, it's not as good as people say it is.
Yeah, that's probably a fair assessment.
And what I mean by it is people think it's the greatest thing ever. And all I think it is because he's better than Vince, and that's it. And I'm saying his name. I did not want to name drop him, but I'm saying it to give an assessment of the booking. I'm not talking about anything else.
Yeah.
So, and quite
Let's not.
Quite frankly, I think he needs to be in jail for the rest of his life. Because guess what? And guess what? I'm going to use my EVP card. I don't care, because I wanted to make this point abundantly clear. I think Vince McMahon is a piece of shit.
Fair.
So
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah.
What a good note to start out on.
I mean, I have every Vince McMahon meme running through my head for the rest of the night.
So just want to put it out there, just talking about the booking, but yeah. But here's the thing, like, I'm not, like, this is my assessment of wrestling, and this is the last comment I'll say. There's stuff I don't like in AEW. There's stuff I don't like in WWE. But guess what?
There's a lot more I like.
I am not going on Twitter to complain about it, because guess what? I think wrestling's a sport. But mostly it's entertainment.
Should be considered a sport.
But for me, mostly it's entertainment. And if you don't like it, then don't watch it. It's that simple. It's quite literally that simple. So,
literally.
I just wish everybody would just get along and just enjoy the ride, because people, let me tell you, I was born during the WWE being the only game in town. We're lucky.
Dark ages.
We're lucky. You should be lucky that AEW and other companies are around. So.
Oh, John Cena retiring.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah, John Cena. Yeah. So next year, John Cena will be retiring. He will have his last match. So real quick, we'll go around.
That hurts my soul. I knew it was coming, but I didn't know when.
Yeah.
And it's now. Technically not now. It's in the near future, but like.
Yeah, we know when that's happening.
Oh, that's tough. And it's becoming so, because it always used to be the joke is like, oh, when a wrestler retires, they're never really retired. And like, yeah, but I think we're starting to see the trend where they pretty much are. Like the Ric Flair,
these guys...
we've seen what Ric Flair has done to that kind of thinking, and nobody wants to go out like that.
No, these guys are actually like starting to like do other things outside of their wrestling careers and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, and Cena's a man of his word too. So when he says he's done, he's done. So
I genuinely think it's because he's going bald. I just think that's the reason.
I
I just
know-
think he saw it too many times from those camera angles, and he goes,
wait,
"I can't be doing this
wait.
anymore."
See what?
Good point.
All I know is I want John Cena to be like a bouncer or something in like John Wick 6. Like
That would be
I
amazing.
think it would just be perfect.
Yeah. So
Or John Cena should just be the lead role in a recreation of every Dwayne Johnson movie of all time.
That would be amazing, dude. You have no idea if there was a streaming service set up exclusively for those movies. I'm thinking Walking Tall. I'm thinking The
Oh my
Game
God.
Plan. I'm thinking all of the Fast and Furious movies he's in, even though he already plays a character in them. I'm talking
Yeah.
he plays both roles. I would pay so much money to see every one of those movies. Jumanji,
I know, dude.
yes.
Jumanji was
and everything
amazing.
has to be the same. Everything has to be the same. Dialogue, like unless there's the Moana, dude. It's perfect. That is amazing.
so real quick before we move on, we'll go around, and Alex, you actually know a couple guys that I showed you. Go around. Who do you think should retire John Cena? I have 2 answers. Would you like me to go first?
Oh yeah, because I really don't know.
So my number 1 guy to retire Cena is Gunther,
Oh,
and you guys are going to be shocked who my second choice is. And and I've said it on this show so many times, and I've talked about this man so many times. You guys are going to be shocked who I'm going to pick. Yes, my second choice is CM Punk.
I absolutely hate it, but I see the
hate it.
line of reasoning.
I hate both of those. Because you know what? CM Punk should be hanging it up before Cena does.
Yeah.
CM Punk should be hanging it up right now.
That's what I'm saying. I love him. I'm a Punk stan. No, I won't say stan. I'm a Punk fan. For a long time, he was my favorite of all time. It's just so
I like CM Punk, but I don't like Phil Brooks, and I lost so much respect for Phil Brooks after All Out 2022.
I think there's only one option. It was, and may he rest in peace, it was Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
That would have been a
It had
good
to have
one.
been Bray Wyatt. He already erased him. Seeing him come back, that there's a story there. But now I think there's really only it's got to be Randy. It has to be.
I was gonna say it's
Randy.
got to be
do-
Viper. It's
Hey,
got to be Viper, dude.
Listen, if it's not Randy, I do think Randy needs to face Cena one-on-one at WrestleMania, because listen
Absolutely.
to this. Listen to this. The one guy John Cena has not faced at WrestleMania throughout his rivals. Yeah, CM Punk too, but his number 1 rival, he has never wrestled Randy Orton one-on-one at WrestleMania. It was he was in a triple threat match at WrestleMania 24.
Yeah, with
and
Trips.
And then I think that might
You
be
wrestle
it, right?
Edge at Mania 1-on-1?
Who's Cena?
Yeah.
No, that was also a triple threat with
Yeah.
Big Show the next year. So, yeah. So we got to
Check
move
your
on.
stars. Put him in a
EJ,
triple threat.
I'm glad we were on the same page on that. I feel like it's the one that just far and away makes the most sense.
As long
Yeah.
as no, because I think Randy is about to go. Listen. I know we don't want Cody to lose the belt, but also Roman has put a lot. I mean, a lot on the shoulders of Cody Rhodes because of how long the reign was and because of the way Triple H is booking. There's no way he's going that long. I don't think it's healthy for the product if he goes that long.
Oh,
I
hell
think it's
no.
healthy for the product to bump up his number of reigns. So somehow Randy gets one over on Cody, gets one last title reign, goes into Mania, and you can sell career versus title John Cena, Randy Orton.
Hold on.
I like that though.
Here's the thing. I do believe Mania is not his last match. I do believe he is wrestling the entire year next year. In December 2025 will be his last match, is the way I got from it.
I don't like that. There's no way I want him going out on the equivalent of capital punishment at the end of freaking December.
Yeah.
I want him it's got to be either SummerSlam or Mania.
Yeah, well, I do think. Well, here's the thing, though. If it's not at Mania, I do think he needs to retire in Boston.
Fair.
Yeah.
At TD.
Yeah.
Yeah, at TD.
Yep. So we'll see what happens there. But my pick was Gunther and Punk, and these two picked Randy. So we got to move
If they
on.
had to, okay, I want to preface that too. I think it's Randy. That's great. If you're choosing a guy to really get over with this, yeah, it's probably Gunther.
Mhm.
That's his last
Right.
stepping stone before he possibly wins the title. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but it's gonna be sad that Cena probably doesn't beat Flair's record, or maybe he will. I don't know. We'll see.
That would be.
But
he's
so-
gone on record saying he doesn't want to, though.
that's fair. But a guy that is gonna be world champion this year. Okay, we're not talking about that. Because I am predicting Danielson wins the bout at Wembley. But we got to move on now. I do
Real
want to
sports talk. Enough of that wrestling crap.
wrestling. So I want to get the first news out of the way and then get to the next one so we can respect Mr. Jones. But we're gonna get this first part out of the way first. Yes, Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison was arrested for a DUI. Listen. People are gonna look at me going, "Oh, here we go, the pick." No, I'm not. You can't, because here's why. Your teammate just passed away from a car accident, and you pull this stunt.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
The only thing more untouchable than Roman's title reign is the consecutive streak of years where young NFL wide receivers do stupid cars.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, am I wrong though?
That one while you're at it, Mike.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I am. But am I wrong though? Your teammate just died.
Yeah.
Yeah, like obviously the timing wasn't intentional, but like, dude, come on,
Yeah.
you got to be thinking about that.
Yeah, you got to be thinking about that. And listen, you're young, and I get it. You party, but that's not an excuse. You don't get behind the wheel.
You have the money. Like, why don't you get a driver? Like,
Why does he not? Like,
legit. I just don't get it. I really don't. And I hope that a full season and camps and just playing with a guy like Aaron Jones, because I've gone on record saying before, as I'm a Packers guy, he's a Packer for life in my opinion. I'm not hurt by him going to Minnesota. It's a football decision. He's a stand-up dude. Genuinely a locker
outstanding.
room.
Yeah.
He is a fantastic guy. And I hope he helps straighten some of these issues out with some of the young guys. Like I'm not going to sit there and judge him. I'm not going to sit there it's very unfortunate, but hopefully a wiser guy like Jones can instill something.
Yeah, right.
Also, speaking of the Minnesota Vikings, did you guys see that JJ McCarthy is apparently holding out until he gets all of his bonus guaranteed?
Isn't
something
Caleb
like
doing
that.
Isn't Caleb doing the same thing? I read.
I mean, I would expect it from Caleb.
Yeah, it's because they don't want to play in the NFC North because they're scared.
I mean,
But,
Caleb's a
no.
generational prospect. I get him, but like JJ holding out, I don't know.
It is a bust.
I mean, maybe I just hate Teton that much, but like, come on. And I've gone on the record saying I think he's going to be okay. I think he's going to be decent. But
I'm sticking.
This is a hill I'm willing to die on, and I don't care
I'm
if he becomes a
sticking.
5-time Pro Bowler. He's
I am-
bust.
Eye of which rookie quarterback performs the best with JJ McCarthy. I am sticking with it, and I'm not looking by. I could be looking stupid, People can be looking back at this.
You're gonna be, because Caleb's gonna be the best rookie quarterback.
I'm not
I know
denying
that
it.
every normie on the planet hates it because he paints his freaking fingernails and wears lipstick, but like, I hate to say it, bud. Like, do I still think the Packers are gonna win at least one, if not both, games against the Bears? Yeah, I do. It's just a culture thing at this point. Literally, it's actually really funny. It's a culture thing. It's like 2010's Pittsburgh versus Cincinnati and Cleveland. It's just a culture thing.
Yeah.
Like you just beat them every time. But also, any Bengals or Browns fan watching this, I mean every single word of that. I do not like your sports team whatsoever. They suck. But yeah, I don't care if they could lose to the Packers both times, but I'll just say it again. It's, I think, the most obvious freaking thing on planet Earth. Caleb Williams is going to be the best rookie quarterback this year, by far.
But what about Michael Penix?
Oh my God,
Okay.
Michael Penix.
Well, I mean, Alex. I mean, I did almost pick, like I said on TV. I almost did pick Caleb because I said easy pick, but again, it was bold prediction Thursday on that show. But I'm still sticking with JJ. I'm still sticking with JJ. Am I gonna be surprised Caleb's gonna be the best? No.
Surprised when the Vikings go 4-13
13 this year.
and their 4 wins are when Sam Darnold is starting.
Literally.
I laughed at
Sam Darnold's going to start the year 4-0, get hurt, and then they're going to lose 13 straight. Calling it right now.
I'd laugh at that, honestly. I would laugh at that. But
It's kind of like Carolina that one year where they started like 4-0 and then finished like 6-11 or something like that.
I was so high on Sam Darnold that season.
So was
had him
I.
on my fantasy bench. I was like, guys, believe me, I've seen the tape. And no.
but yeah,
he's just on the Jets. They were bad, but the Panthers were just equally as bad of a run organization.
Oh, Adam Gase Jets is just
oh
God.
Okay, moving on. But yeah, hopefully, like you said, Aaron Jones can talk to the younger guys, get it fixed and everything. Again, I don't care how old you are. I don't care that this is the time where, you're young enough, you have party. Not an excuse. No excuses there. You don't get behind the wheel.
Yeah,
You
even
don't.
Jefferson. Jefferson's pretty quiet about most things. Like he's a pretty just business kind of guy. So
yeah, he's got a big brand, but that's not built off this ostentatious character. It's just because he's really good at football.
But yeah. So moving on. Unfortunately, another NFL football player passed away. Unfortunately, was wide receiver Ravens legend Jacoby Jones. He did pass away at age 40. Again, too young, man. Too young. So you guys got anything to say about Jacoby Jones?
I mean, this is like, I don't know statistically that they match up very well, and I'll have to look it up. But I mean, in terms of like the way that the football community is going to hurt over this one is very similar to me to like Demaryius Thomas. Just kind of one of those guys that's like just like a cult classic kind of guy, just like kind of a few plays that just kind of made him a legend, and like always consistent, always there, but those few plays just really made him stand out. And I really think the NFL world's going to hurt the same way, because honestly, I think back to like my earliest days of like loving football, and all I can think about is watching like highlight reels of like beat drop vines and stuff like that with like Jacoby Jones returning kickoffs and Torrey Smith torching guys. Yeah. That's what I mean.
I broke the news to my brother, and I was like, dude, you'll never guess who died. And just to soften the blow, I said it like we've said it for the past decade and a half. Like, it feels like I cannot say his name, Jacoby Jones. It's Jacoby Jones. Like, every single time. It's talk about a catchy name. And a great dude. Great player.
I mean, yeah, just iconic, like Mile High Miracle, the Super Bowl against the Niners, that whole run.
The Super Bowl, I have a card. It's just the Ravens team from that year.
Yeah.
But the photo they chose is him catching a ball in the Super Bowl, and it's amazing.
That's insane. I love that.
Yeah, but yep, prayers to Jacoby Jones's family, and sad,
Very.
man. But moving on. So this next one's gonna be a little shorter. So I'm just gonna get it out of the way now. So, guys, this is unbelievable, unbelievable. Are you ready? I'm just whoo.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
guys.
Sweating.
He did it. Bronny Jr. did it. Bronny Jr. won the Call of Duty tournament at the Summer League.
Yep.
The only notable thing he has done at the Summer League.
I didn't even know that. I didn't
That's
even know that.
fantastic. Good
Is
for
that
him.
on the sheet? Wait.
He's the Kyler Murray
Yes.
of the NBA.
You just said Bronny in the Summer League on the sheet. I didn't realize that's what it was.
So, EJ, talk about Bronny in the Summer League. I got a punishment that I need to fulfill.
Bronny in the side. I mean, he's a young guy. They've said he's going to be in the G League. They've said he's not going to be NBA ready this whole time.
It's not his fault, by the way. Not his fault that he's getting all this press. I'm sure he's a great kid.
Yeah, it isn't.
But,
he just plays the way he plays, and that's fine. You know.
But unfortunately, he is not playing good in the Summer League right now.
He hit a nasty crossover and crossed the guy up. That was pretty clip worthy. And I don't think it's that mechanically he plays the game awful. Like he's a prospect. A lot of these second round guys are prospects. It's like taking a guy in the 6th round in baseball. It's like there's a great chance he's not going to pan out, but oh well. Like it's basically peanuts.
Here,
My favorite thing though is, you know, how it affects the Bron and Jordan argument, because their GOAT didn't get their son drafted. He had every opportunity to do so. It didn't happen though. So like, what does that say about Michael Jordan's legacy compared to LeBron?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I want to make this clear too. It's just Summer League. It's just Summer League. But with all the talk Bronny's gotten, I'm sorry. The stats and a lot of the clips that I've seen is just laughable. And it's not his fault. Again, it's not his fault. And I mean that in a way of with the press and everything. So he's under pressure and stuff. And I'm sure, hey, when the regular season starts, he could start picking it up because it is the Summer League. But so far, I'm not impressed.
Guys, don't worry. Bryce is on the way.
Yeah, I don't think Bron's gonna make it until Bryce gets drafted though.
Yeah. All right.
Bryce is insane though.
Yeah, so but that's my take on it. I'm gonna go. I dropped an F-bomb, so I gotta go.
This
guy over here
says he's gonna fulfill his punishment. Says, take it away, EJ. Comes immediately back from this punishment.
Because you made me interested in coming
fulfill
back.
your punishment. That's the whole point of the box, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey.
You made a mistake. And
Creative,
say
mute
what
right
we
now.
want to say.
Creative.
You have no retort.
Hey, that
Creative.
doesn't work.
Mute.
Hey, that doesn't work
I'm
for me,
extending
brother.
your punishment. Creative. I will extend your punishment if you don't mute right now. Thank you.
Yeah, coming on here, treating a guest that way. Jeez.
On the 1-year anniversary.
Yeah,
God.
you're kidding me. This is a celebratory event. I can't wait for football to be back.
Oh, dude, I know. I can't stand the little amount of content we have for summer shows.
I'm foaming at the mouth. I'm sitting here just like, please let. Oh my gosh, please. I watched the baseball draft last night, guys. That's
crazy.
I watched the Major League Baseball's draft, full of a bunch of guys I will never hear their name again a day in my life, and I'm a big baseball fan.
You know what you should do? Actually, you should go on YouTube and look up highlights from the 2 kids that the Penguins drafted in the 2nd round.
No, I'm too busy. I can't say his name because I don't know how to pronounce it. The Red Wings 1st round pick.
Oh God. Yeah, no.
I've been watching his tape, and he looks really good.
Yeah, the 2 kids that the Pens picked up in the 2nd are pretty nice. I like that they finally added size to that team again, but
I'm so upset Florida won. But couple-of streak for Canada is continued. That's the silver lining, folks.
It is.
It's old news, but I just want to reiterate, Canada still hasn't won in hockey in over 20 years.
Gotta love it. No, yeah. Honestly, though, I think going back to what we were talking about with Bronny and stuff like that, I think it's just this is something that we're all gonna have to come to accept is these kids with the emergence of NIL and everything. There's just so much brand exposure, and it's so important now that like this is always gonna happen. Kids are gonna get talked up so much higher than their actual draft value constantly. Because let's be real, I get why Bronny did it, why he declared, because he wants to play with his dad.
Yeah.
And LeBron's not getting any younger.
Who wouldn't want to? Who wouldn't want to play with their?
But
with
like
their father?
realistically, if it wasn't for that reason and it wasn't LeBron James's son, like he would have never gotten drafted even where he got drafted. Not even close. I mean, what he
I
played
agree.
25 games at USC in one season there, which I mean is like the whole season, but like still, you know.
I still remember when I was on the hype train that he was transferring to Duquesne. There was a hot minute there where everyone was like, Coach Dambrot.
Dude, can we talk about the week that week in the city of Pittsburgh where Duquesne beat BYU?
Oh my goodness.
Dude.
March is already my favorite part of the year.
Oh, dude, I know.
But as a guy who knows a lot of people who are BYU fans, watching just the city kids of Pittsburgh just kind of ball on a national stage for 20 minutes at a time, I was awestruck. And then they won.
Yeah, not only did they ball, but they actually won.
Yeah, it's a satisfaction that the Pittsburgh Panthers cannot bring, unfortunately. Because not because they're bad, but because they're too mainstream. They're not niche enough for the Pittsburgh audience we're really trying to reach. A lot of people like it outside of Pittsburgh. That's the same thing as if like Carlo went on a run in the baseball World Series.
Dude.
I would lose my mind.
You want to know what's funny?
Insane.
You want to know what's funny? I literally just re-listened to the March Madness special when these assholes kept making fun of me that Pitt didn't make the tournament.
It is what it is. Just get you a team like Wisconsin that just doesn't miss the tournament and often makes Final Fours and then beat like one of the greatest college basketball teams in history to make it to the NCAA final and get screwed out of a championship.
I still don't care. Pitt should have made the tournament. Anyway, my final take on Bronny.
Pitt should have made it.
My final take on Bronny is that not his fault. Not his fault with all the press he's getting, and he could turn it around. He's young. He there's certainly time to turn it around. But did I write something? Oh yeah, I got this. 6 for 26, 0 for 12 from behind the arc.
Yeah, dude, I just hope that he doesn't.
Still time to turn around.
I hope he doesn't play in any games, and then some key pieces get banged up, and playoff run time comes, and they're like, I mean, we have to put you on the roster, and he hits the equivalent of like the Ray Allen 3. and somehow the Lakers win a championship off of Bronny James and LeBron.
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be pretty sick.
That would be nuts.
That'd be pretty sick.
Talk about a storyline. JJ Redick's first year as a head coach too.
Yeah, true. But all right, we really got to move on. So, question topic, and we'll see if this takes long at all. But I'm gonna say the question and then read off some stats, and then we'll go from there. So the question is: are the New York Yankees wasting Aaron Judge's career? Here's some stats first. So, right now, they are second in the AL East, 58-40. Pretty good year. 2023, they had a down year. They were fourth, but they still had a winning season, 82-80. 2022, they were 99-63 and won the AL East. And in 2021, they were 92-70, second in the AL East. So, that brings me back to the question. Are the Yankees wasting Aaron Judge's career? Well, if you look at it from both ways, Aaron Judge did decide to return to the Yankees with that big contract. So I could see yes and no, because Aaron Judge is still really good, and the Yankees still they're winning. They're not winning. I mean, we call the Cowboys the Yankees of the NFL. They have this big team and whatever, and then they can't win the big one. So I could see it from both ways. So I'm gonna go with maybe. That's literally all I'm gonna go with. I'm
Ask
gonna go
a
with
yes or no
maybe.
question, and like maybe they are.
Well, it's
I
tough
think
though. It's tough.
here's my
though.
take on it. I think what the Angels did to Mike Trout is a waste.
Yeah, I agree.
I think what I can't say Detroit because they made a World Series. That's it. That's like the biggest waste I think ever
Yeah.
in MLB history is Mike
Right.
Trout's career. So maybe he's ruined my perception of what waste really is.
Yeah. That's kind of why like though that like I'm like 50-50 on it with yes or no, and which is why I'm going off of the question and going maybe.
I don't think it's a waste because they're actively trying to put the pieces around them.
Yeah.
Like most of the decisions they've made haven't been head scratchingly like what the hell are you doing? It just hasn't clicked. And you can't really fault an organization and say they're failing him or
Right.
wasting him because
Right.
of that. So I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I was
Right.
going to say, objectively looking at the situation, like Mike, let's draw the comparison, the exact comparison that you just made that we make all the time. You know, Aaron Judge is obviously a very talented player, and he gets paid a lot of money because he's a very talented player. We
Very
don't really,
tall.
we don't look at Dak Prescott and say, oh, the Cowboys are wasting Dak Prescott's career because they can't win the big game. Like,
True.
you know what I mean? Like, and I think the big thing for me with Aaron Judge is like, again, I don't really pay attention to baseball, so like, feel free to interject. But I feel like with him in the role he plays, I feel like obviously he's a big time contributor, especially in the hitting department, obviously. But if you look at a guy that plays a role like him, like how much like are you really going to see that drastic of an improvement if you put him on an objectively better baseball team? You know what I mean? Like I feel like now if you're talking about a guy like Shohei Ohtani who, is a monster in multiple categories and pitches and he hits great and everything like that, sure. But with the guy that really just like you're like, "Oh my god, he's huge and he can hit really well" and stuff like that. Like I don't know how much I buy into the stock that he would really like put a team so far over the edge like that.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's tough because I'm trying to look at it from both ways. You know what I mean? I'm trying to look at it from both ways, and I don't know. I've just seen a lot of players in the past, and looking at history, they're players that are wasted, that are just, and I'm talking about all of sports, not just MLB, but like I've just seen so many good players wasted that like
Right.
maybe and going back with what EJ said earlier, it might have to do with Mike Trout too with me, which is why I'm going maybe.
Yeah.
Which is why it's like it's kind of making me think it. Yeah. All right, if you had to put me on the spot, I think I'm gonna go with no. I think I'm gonna go with no because EJ's right. The Yankees are at least trying. They're trying to win, and it's not like the Angels that are not trying. They're not.
Ooh, here's a good comp, and I don't know if it necessarily lines up exactly.
Mhm.
It's kind of like Griffey on the Mariners. All-time talent. I mean, record-breaking, if not near record-breaking.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute great outfield glove. Not as good as Griffey, but you know what I'm saying.
Right,
It's
right.
dingers. You think you have all these pieces, but every time you're coming up short.
Right.
I think I think that is a great comparison. That's what's happening with Aaron Judge on the Yankees.
Right.
And to a point, a lot of those teams are it has to be year by year basis. You can't say they're wasting it because there are years where they have wasted it, but there are years where they make the ALCS. You know?
Like 92, 70, 2021, 99, and 63 in 2022. Now, EJ, here's the thing. We'll end on this with this topic. Do you think if you think the Astros didn't cheat, do you think the Yankees would have won the World Series that year?
No.
No?
No.
I agree.
I think the Dodgers walked them.
It's an interesting topic, but people like to talk about, if the Astros didn't cheat, this and this will happen, this and this will happen. So, okay, let's put it to the test. No, they wouldn't have. So I wanted to make sure I put that in there. But
isn't ring talk like the plague of all supremely talented players in any sport, though?
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
Baseball is the least, though.
Baseball is definitely the
least.
least.
So because there's so many moving parts and it's so unbelievably hard to put it together in baseball.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I mean, think about it. All the guys that are not in like GOAT conversation just purely because of that. Dan Marino,
yeah,
should be in the GOAT conversation, but he's not because he doesn't have any rings.
Dan Marino was twice the player Joe Montana was, and Joe Montana was widely considered the greatest of all time until Brady happened.
Yeah. And
solely because he had 4 Super Bowls.
Also, again, for all the people that hate it, Patrick Mahomes is 28, 29 years old, and he is 2 or 3 playoff wins all time behind Joe Montana, which means that he is effectively 3rd most playoff winningest quarterback in NFL history. And the Chiefs are winning the Super Bowl again this year. So
3P, baby.
Just to add that extra little bit of pain for every team that genuinely thinks that if it wasn't for the Chiefs, they could have won the Super Bowl that year. No, you couldn't have.
Yeah, no, if it wasn't for Aaron Jones not being able to run in a straight line, you wouldn't have won the Super Bowl last year. Because I'm a firm believer that if the Packers make that game, it's a game.
It probably would have been a game, honestly.
You saw it in the regular season, and I know not everyone was 100% or whatever. Jordan Love has done it twice where he has outdueled Patrick Mahomes. I'm just saying.
Talk about the fact that we would have gotten. Oh my God, that would have been so amazing if the Packers would have won that game. We would have gotten a Lions-Packers NFC Championship game, dude.
Exactly, the tiebreaker of the season too.
It would have been so good. They were
1-1 apiece. That would have been so nice. Oh. And I wouldn't have even been mad at the Lions for beating us if they did. It would have felt amazing.
No one can be mad at the Lions right now for what they're doing with Dan Campbell.
I will. I will this year. Last year I gave them a lot of grace, and I was like, yeah, that was beautiful. You guys are awesome. Good for you. I will be a hater this year, unequivocally. You got your time in the sun. Now let's do business as usual. Let's walk this division. Come on.
Anyway, we got to move on.
All Mets. Sorry.
Boys. boys. Your 2024 Pittsburgh Pirates are 500.
Oh my God, I forgot we were talking about the Pirates.
Brian Reynolds?
B-Ray?
Case for best hitter in the National League.
Yes, I love it. This is the moments I live for.
Yeah.
I'm clipping that. Yeah, so first of all, let's get the negative out of the way. Game 3. Game 3 against the Milwaukee Brewers. Paul Skeens. 7 innings, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 11 strikeouts, 1-0 win.
Insane.
Insane. Paul Skeens is the best pitcher in the majors. Don't care what anybody says. Don't care what anybody says. Nope.
Okay.
I'm sticking with it. I've never seen anything like this before in my lifetime, and I'm only 21, by the way.
That's fair. No, it's fair.
I don't care. You have to save his arm. Yes, you do. But in this case, he was at what?
99.
99 pitches. He had 6 outs left to get. What exactly are you saving his arm for? The second he gives up a hit, if he was going to, you take him out. It's that simple.
You routinely saw him pitch 120 plus in college.
Exactly.
It's just he can do it. Like, I get that. I get it. But, like, come on now.
And we also know that Derek Sheldon is a bumbling idiot.
Yep.
Okay,
It
but
feels
watching-
like when Steve Kerr pulled Steph Curry after he had 60 3/4, and it was like, why? Why are you doing?
We
this?
know Shelty's a bumbling idiot, but watching him scream at umps is still hilarious.
Oh,
Love it.
Yeah,
every single
absolutely.
that's
time.
every manager though. It's
That's-
literally
yeah.
every manager.
Okay, but when your manager is as like, man is vascular and like huge.
yeah,
like,
he's pretty jacked. I'll
kind
give
of
that
big.
to him. He's pretty jacked.
Like having a manager that looks like that, that's crazy.
Yeah, my manager could beat up your manager type beat.
Yeah, exactly.
But listen.
My manager will Bo Jackson a baseball bat over your manager's head type beat.
Hold on. But
Yeah,
he
let's get back
has
to what you were saying.
he has 2 weeks off of throwing 100 pitches. Yes, he's starting in the All-Star game, which is, I know what I said last week. I'm not mad about it. Don't know why you'd want him to pitch in the game though, because you're risking an injury. But he's pitching in it. Doesn't matter anymore. You have 2 weeks off of throwing 100 pitches. What exactly are you saving his arm for? Let him go get the no-hitter. Seriously. Again, if he gives up a hit, then take him out. Because guess what? First batter, Colin Holderman, which, by the way, I like Colin Holderman. Having a great year. First batter, Colin Holderman faces. What happens?
Bink.
Yep. Stupid.
It's a tough way to be.
Absolutely stupid.
It's okay. Domingo Herman is still on the roster, so we will get a perfect game here soon.
Anyway, but the next game, they did sweep the Chicago White Sox, making them at 500. Marco Gonzalez made his return. Pretty solid return for Mr. Gonzalez. 5 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned run, 4 Ks. Brian Hayes actually had a really good series against the Chicago White Sox. I know I bagged on him last week. But hey, he bounced back against Chicago. He was 2 for 4. Then game 2, 6-2. Brian Reynolds, 4 for 5 that game. Immaculate.
He's a monster. He really is.
I believe his average is now at 284 if I'm correct. But Brian Hayes was 2 for 4. And then this man, the guy that pitched this game, is really making a case for him to stay in the rotation. Luis Ortiz. 5.2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, 5 Ks. And then, of course, the next game, the Pirates won 9-4. Reynolds was 2 for 3, Cruz was 2 for 5, and Hayes was 3 for 5. Really good series against the White Sox. Real quick, get your guys' opinions. Was pulling Paul Skeens stupid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
7
you.
innings in and
Thank
you
you.
have a no-no on the board? Come on.
With 11 Ks.
Wait.
Let's not forget that.
Yeah, actually.
It wasn't like he was.
It's
at
not like
risk
dudes
of
are
letting
lining
guys
out
make
left and
a lot
right
of
and stuff.
contact. The guy, he was on one.
Yeah, and listen, they did this to him when he faced the Cubs. That you had a good, fine excuse to do that then. I understood doing it then. But against Milwaukee, when he had 2 more innings, 6 outs to get, 99 pitches, 11 Ks, it was stupid to pull him. Just stupid. But what are you going to expect? It's Derek Sheldon. He's an idiot. But next game, get ready, boys, for the pictures on the internet, as you will see poop on the screen. Because they're playing the Phillies.
I'll be at one of the games though. They're giving away a Wiz Khalifa bobblehead, and I need that.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Wiz.
Does
the
it
Wiz
does it
bobblehead.
play Does it play black and yellow?
I don't know. It should. That would
Yeah.
be. That's a missed
Ooh.
opportunity if it does.
Also,
That is a missed opportunity.
hey.
That's insane.
I might get cooked for this take. Ugh.
You tell me black and yellow is better than Renegade, I'm gonna lose my mind.
No. No. It's
the most Yinzer statement I've ever heard in my life.
Listen. Like the normal black and yellow song is awesome. However, I think the instrumental version is better.
Oh, instrumental versions of songs go kind of crazy sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
No, actually,
instrumental
Green and Yellow by Lil Wayne is the best version of the song, so suck on that.
Shout out Cheesehead.
Yeah, but in my opinion, I think the instrumental version of Black and Yellow is better than the normal with words Black and Yellow.
Fair.
I can give you that.
So I'll go with that. But lastly, there was an MLB draft.
Oh wait.
Gentlemen.
Okay, so can I say something real quick? I actually have a baseball take for once.
Whoa.
I'm kidding.
Listen. Just looking at standings and everything, I get the back-to-back home series here against the Phillies and the Cardinals. But this is a prime chance for us to get a classic Buccos. So, if we come out of these two series back-to-back over 500,
Bye.
I really like their odds. I'm not going to lie.
Deadline.
Hey, so you guys could turn this down right away, and quite frankly, I could edit this out if you want me to. I think, because we can do this if it's at least in front. We'd have to get some credentials inside, but in front. I think if somehow, some way, the Pittsburgh Pirates make the playoffs, I think we do a tailgate talks in front of PNC Park.
I agree.
It would be insane.
I will be
We take a camera, we go out there. Doesn't have to be long. We take a camera, we go out there. I believe we can do it in front. We can obviously need to get credentials to do it inside, but I believe we can do it in front of PNC Park, of course.
It's literally a tailgate talk.
Yeah, it's literally we do a tailgate talk. We get EJ to come in, Dom, and everything. We get a big we take a camera. What do you guys say? What do you guys say of that thought?
I'll pay for
if the Pirates make the playoffs. Okay, I'm gonna mark it down right here for social media. I'm gonna put this on my. Hey, listen. I'm gonna put this on social media. If the Pirates make the playoffs, we do a tailgate talks in front of PNC Park.
I'm so down. That would be insane.
It's down. But all right, I gotta read this draft class. So I'm gonna do this draft class. I'm gonna read the first round, and I'm gonna read the first 7 picks because the Pirates had a lot of picks, and not everybody signs on. In the draft, so that's why I'm only at least talking about the first 7. All right. So first pick, the Guardians took second baseman out of Oregon State, Travis Bazana. Is it pronounced Bazana? Bazana?
Yeah, I think it's Bazana.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him, so don't attack me.
Greatest Australian prospect of all time.
Yep, I was just about to say that. Next, the Reds, Chase Burns, pitcher out of Wake Forest. Next, out of Georgia, third baseman, Rockies, Charlie Condon. I saw the tape yesterday from Condon. I really like this pick for the Rockies.
Charlie's good.
He fits the Colorado Rockies, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he fits the Colorado Rockies. So that is that. Next, Athletics, first baseman out of Wake Forest, Nick Kurtz. I'm not gonna lie, guys. There's a few pitchers, but I saw the amount of hitters that were getting off the board, and I was kind of curious who the Pirates were gonna pick. We'll get to it in a second. 5, the White Sox took Hagen Smith, pitcher out of Arkansas. I'm gonna mispronounce this next one. 6, Royals, Jack Caglione, first baseman, pitcher out of Florida. Then the Cardinals out of West Virginia Infielder, J.J. Wortholth. Of course, the West Virginia guy is the first guy that's there at the draft, of course, out of everybody.
Yep.
8, Angels, Christian Moore, second baseman out of Tennessee. Now we can talk about this. 9, the Pittsburgh Pirates, center fielder at a Jackson Prep High School, Connor Griffin. Now, at first I was like, huh, okay, another high school pick. We won't see him for like 3-4 years. I read some things and I looked at some things and I like it.
Yeah, it's a great pick.
It's a great pick. Quite frankly, like I'm on the same boat as what most people are saying. I don't know how he fell to the Pirates. I really don't.
This draft is not similar to. It's similar and different to the NBA draft in many ways, as it was wide open.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because everyone was bad. It's because there's so much talent coming out of college baseball these days.
Yeah. Now, I say this in a way of like, honestly, like looking at the last few picks between Moore, Rethold, the Royals pick, all hitters. Of course, the Royals pick is also a pitcher. So with those 4, like, I'm surprised the Pirates got Griffin. I actually am. But there's that. The next, Sevier King out of Wake Forest for the Nationals. 11, the Tigers. Bryce Rayner, shortstop at a Harvard Westlake High School. Then 12, the Red Sox. Braden Montgomery, outfielder out of Texas A&M. James Tibbs III, outfielder, Florida State to the Giants. And then the Cubs, Cam Smith, third baseman out of Florida State. 15, oh Lord. Mariners out of Mississippi State. The first, by the looks of it, from what I've read, the first switch pitcher.
Yeah.
Also pitches righty and lefty.
What the heck?
And I'm gonna try my best. To pronounce this. Gerongilo. I can't. I'm sorry. EJ, can you pronounce that?
No, I listened to it. I can't remember it at all. But they were saying on the broadcast that his right-handed stuff is far better than his left, so that's probably what they will focus on. But the left is not out of question, and I think it because there's a lot of guys who can throw both arms, but not consistently coming into the draft, and then there's this guy who can. It's pretty consistent on both ends. I think the prospect of having a guy who can throw in a rotation, twice a rotation, think about that. If somehow at an effective level he can throw righty, rest 2 days, throw lefty, rest 2 days, and you only have to have a 4-man rotation, you can save that roster spot for a bullpen guy or a key piece coming off the bench. That's the kind of thrifty roster management that opens up when you have a prospect like this. I think he's going to be really good.
Right. Then next 16, the Marlins, PJ Moreland at a Somerville High School, first baseman, outfielder. 17, Brewers, Braylon Payne, outfielder, Elkins High School. 18, Rays, Theo Gillen, shortstop, Westlake High School. 19, the Mets, Carson Benjing, outfielder. Bench, sorry. Oklahoma State. Then Blue Jays, 20, Trey Yesavage, pitcher, East Carolina. Oh, Savage.
He is a. It's so funny that he went to the Orioles. Is all I'm saying.
The Blue Jays.
Oh, not the Blue Jays. Who do the Orioles take?
We'll get to hold on. We'll get to it in a second. 21, the Twins, Kalen Culpepper, shortstop, Kansas State. A lot of these names are really hard to read, ladies and gentlemen. But 22, Orioles, Vance Honeycutt.
That's who it is.
North Carolina.
If you've seen this guy, think about the meme you've seen of the Orioles roster, where it's all 4 of them and they all are the same, just in different fonts. It's another one of those guys. It's another one. I'm not joking. It's another one of those guys. He's literally the same. He plays the same type of. He has the chance to be a stud. The Mets were thinking about taking him. He used to play quarterback.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But 23 Dodgers, Kellen Lindsey, shortstop, Hardy High School. 24 Braves, Cam Init, pitcher out of Caminiti, pitcher also out of high school. A lot of high school picks in the first round. Padres 25, Cash Mayfield out of Elks High School, left-handed pitcher. The Yankees, Ben Hess, pitcher out of Alabama. 27 Phillies, Dante Nori, outfielder out of Northville High School. I'm also trying to read this very fast because we're short on time. That's why I keep mispronouncing names. 28 Astros, Walker Jankel, catcher Sam Houston. 29 Diamondbacks, Slade Caldwell, outfielder, Valley View High School. And then 30 Malcolm Moore, catcher out of Stanford. The Pirates picks, right-handed pitcher Levi Sterling, Notre Dame High School. Their next pick was shortstop Wyatt Sanford, Independence High School. A very Ben Cherington pick, I might add.
Yeah.
Next, left-handed pitcher Josh Hartlett out of Wake Forest. Next, shortstop Eddie Reynolds. I wrote this down so messy. I know it's not Reynolds. Wisconsin Lutheran High School. Then outfielder Will Taylor out of Clemson, and then right-handed pitcher Matt Anger, UC Santa Barbara. So that's the draft.
Interesting school.
Yeah.
Cal Santa Barbara. What the heck?
Yeah, interesting school. And I like the Pirates pick. Of course, the Pirates, they love their middle infielders, as everybody knows. I got to take that I'll end the show with, and a lot of people that don't like Ben Cherington, rightfully so, might not like this, but if you really just sit down and think about it, you go, huh, okay. When it comes to the draft, Ben Cherington knows how to draft pitchers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the easiest thing last year was picking Paul Skeens. That was a no-brainer. And nobody, even he couldn't screw that up. But I'm sticking with that take that he does know how to draft a pitcher.
Yeah.
So I'll end it on there. But, boys, we are desperately out of time because, I wouldn't go to the penalty box right away.
Yeah.
EJ, I'm sure we'll if we can get you back on, we will. But I checked. I do believe we have 5 more Zoom shows. And we didn't even have – wait a minute. Alex, we did not talk about this. But, yes, our announcement is August 19th. Justin McGonigal of Steeler Nation. We will have him on the show. We talked to him today. Great conversation. We learned a lot of business and got a lot of business insight that we did not get like we've ever had from anybody. Like 20 minutes, learned a lot.
Yeah, seriously.
So it's going to be a blast. And we do our announcement video on Instagram has beaten our view record, ladies and gentlemen. It's
got to be almost at 6K by now, right?
It is at 6K. It is at 6K, boys.
It's like 5,900 earlier today. Let's go.
Yes, it was at 6K, and that breaks our record because our short record was 5.5K, I believe, and it was about Justin Fields. But yeah, 133 likes, and yeah, just insane. Can't wait for that show. But all I gotta say for people that watch the show, for us, and I'm gonna steal this phrase from a wrestler that would say this on Twitter, but keep moving the goalposts.
Yep.
Keep moving the goalposts.
Love it.
Been a pleasure, boys.
But yep, Egypt, thank you. And Alex, please be prepared. Yes, okay. Send it.
Good night, America.